Good evening, everyone. Just slightly caught me off guard there. How's everyone doing tonight? It's Saturday night. What am I doing here? It's really strange. I was watching RGJ Trains when they were doing the Thursday night. It was strange to be in here, just playing trains, no one else watching. But anyway, how is everyone? Welcome. I'm sure a few of you won't be here tonight because you're probably at Getz enjoying yourself, or maybe Worley, both on this weekend, both great shows. So let's get into the chat, see who we got in so far tonight. Don't forget to get that thumbs up for me, please, guys. And hi to anybody who's watching this on replay. Tom Houston's off the mark there. How you doing, Tom? I think I've seen Liz as well come in. Summer Breeze, Model Railway, John Holly. Good evening, guys. Martin, Shedmouth Junction. How you doing? Are you in the shed tonight, Martin? Who else we got coming in? Hermitage Road, Pete. How you doing? And Leslie Gilpin's in. James Wally's in as well. Platform 7A. Good evening, guys. Hope you're all keeping well. I presume it's going to be a quiet night tonight because I'd say a lot of people are at Getz. So we'll keep going for a little while tonight. Usual trains running today. I had all the extra carriages to the 125 there. So we've got an 8 carriage rake going on there, and the 37 is pulling my rake off car transporters. So that's what's going around there tonight. And of course we got Railcar 4 going around on the top there. Before we go any further, I need to crack open the old Dr. Pepper. So I've got that, keep the old whistle dry, or whistle wet even. Oh yeah, sugar and caffeine, what more do you need? Scott Woods in. Good evening, Scott, how are you doing? 156 Andrew, Shortbread Express. Good evening, Andrew, how are you doing? So have you got Evie in the shed with you tonight, Martin? Oh, good, thanks, Mark. Out in the shed tonight. It's become a bit of a habit. Mrs. Shedman thinks I have another woman out here. Brian Madden, good evening, Brian. How you doing? No, I haven't done the logo. I seen your text earlier on, and I was like, nope, I haven't done that yet. All right, how am I? Well, of course, Storm Amy came through here last weekend. Thursday, it started to get really wet and windy and breezy, got everything sorted. Then Friday, we were supposed to be under an orange weather warning. And then with a couple of hours to go, they went red. So there was panic going around trying to get kids from school and everything like that, get everyone home. Power went off, I think, about 2 o'clock, even before the red warning had hit. And I thought, oh, well, like last time, power will be back on tomorrow. It'd be just, nope, 3 days later, power. That's why there's been no videos last weekend or this week, because I've been playing catch up on everything. Just lost 4 days with no power and the storm and everything like that, so I'm just playing catch up now. Yeah, so that's what I've been at this week. Say Monday then I had to clear out all the fridges and freezers because we lost all our food because it had been over 48 hours, the power being off, so everything had started to defrost. So afraid I'll have to go in the bin, I'm afraid. So DM Morzan, good evening. Letterkenny got his power back the next day. Yeah. The storm previous, when we had the red warning, and that was supposed to be a lot more severe, we had our power back the following day. But here it was out for almost 3 days. So, yeah, it was, and to be honest, I thought it was worse than the storm we had at the beginning of the year. It was really was quite rough. And like a lot of the amateur meteorologists that you have on Facebook and everything, who actually seem to know more than the real meteorologists, they were saying it's going to be a red warning, it's going to be a red warning. It's not following the track, it's coming further to the east and south than they think it is. And sure then, they said, oh, Donegal, red. Of course, then schools had to close, transport to stop, and it was just a bit of chaos then, but hey-ho. Brian, Finnieston Central's in. Good evening, Brian. How are you doing? Let me go back in the chat, everyone. Dean Moore, Brian's come in. Blimey, we managed to avoid all the bad weather last weekend, just a bit windy. Yeah, it was fairly rough here on the Friday. You know, it was that gusty that the cars were shaking on their suspension. You know, you could see them wobbling in the wind, and the waves down there in the bay were going over the top, and it was just... And, you know, I've got this big window here that was just bowing in and out. And I was like, oh. But it survived. You could have had a heck of a fry-up, assuming you had gas. Well, that's what I was doing, is got the camping stove out. We got a 2-hob camping stove with a bottle of gas. And we were doing fries up. We had bacon and egg sandwiches for about 2 days on the trot, because it's something we could get. And you couldn't get near any of the takeaways in town because everybody was in the same boat, so they were just absolutely rammed. And the problem is, because we assumed the power would be back on the next day, we didn't think of taking stuff out of the freezer and start eating it until it was too late. The rest of the wood is getting delivered on Wednesday, so I can carry on with the rebuild, hoping to have locos running by Christmas. Ooh, very exciting, John and Holly. Very good. Oh, Ewan and the Growler's in as well. Evening from on board a Pendolino on the way home from Getz. Oh, do tell us, how was Getz? Anybody else here been to Getz? Swings and roundabouts regarding power resumption. Yeah, see, where I live is right on the edge of Donegal town, but it seems our connection isn't with the town. Our connection comes in from the countryside, so when the power goes off, we're being fixed from that side, not from the town side. So I did pay a visit to my dad's grave and my new girlfriend, a bit of a tear. Yeah, well, sorry about that, Andrew. Yeah, it's been, what, was it a couple of months now? Paul Smith, good evening, welcome, how are you doing? Hi Brian, the wagons arrived this morning. Ooh. More damage because the tree still had leaves. Yeah, that's true, because when they have the leaves on, they act more like a sail, and any trees that were weakened in the last storm, well, they'll be finished off. Oh, nice haircut. Yeah, I went to Headhunters in Enniskillen yesterday, which is a barber and a railway museum. So if any of you guys are ever in Enniskillen, pay them a visit. It's a free museum and you can get a haircut at the same time. I do need to go in there and actually do a video of the place. Yesterday I just didn't have time to do it. Actually, let's put it down to the 4 screens. There we go. Don't forget the unofficial sponsor, the Train Set Shop. So I'm sure somebody will put the link in the chat if they haven't already. And I'm going to sit down over here on the sofa. Oh. Brian says, John, there was a couple of gifts in there too. Ooh. John, I lost a sycamore with a 3-foot diameter trunk. Wow. Well, that's going to be a lot of firewood, though. 2 days of bacon and eggs. Oh, the torture. Yeah, because the camping stove set up out sort of in the utility room near the back door, so I could have ventilation while I was cooking, and yeah. Worley was brilliant. Best show this year so far. Oh, it was a good show, that was it. When I went last year, because I was helping display the Inver layout, I thought it was a really good show. There was a lot of bargains there. Was there still as many sales as there was last year, Brian? I'm sure you picked up a bargain or two. Wolf's Xing at PW. Oh, good evening. How are you doing, sir? Mystic Railroad. John, good evening. Good evening, Mark. Hope you're well. Looks like you're having a good time there. Yeah, just enjoying my Saturday evening playing trains. Yeah, coming back to Motherwell Crew next year with my mum. Oh, flowers. Defo need a Headhunters video. Yeah, I must do it. Well, at the rate my hair's growing now, it'll probably be the new year before I need to go back and get another haircut. Well, I used to have to go once a month, but it doesn't seem to be growing as quick as it used to. And I'm noticing now every time I get it cut, there's a lot more grey in there. Everyone gets a gift with every purchase. Oh, very good. Does that work retrospectively, Brian? Cornish Bobson, good evening. Good evening, folks. I'm just taking a break from being in the loft all day working on the TT120 layout. Oh, very good. A load of Hornby Duplo wagons, £1 each. Ooh. So don't forget that thumbs up for me and share the stream if you're new here. Don't forget to subscribe. The old Dr. Pepper. I have been working on the viaduct. Let me just hold this up here. This is what the next video will be on. This is an absolute, insert your own swear word here, to put together. In fact, I don't have stone arches in the end ones because they were, I think they must have been older sets, and it was quite brittle. You'd even try to bend them a little bit and they just shattered. So it is a you couldn't make it up. Yeah, it's just been a real, and as well as that, where I've put it in here, where I've got them in, a couple of them, I'll show it, well, this will be in the video anyway, if you can see it. Oh, can you see it there? I don't know if you can, no, it's not showing it. You can see it just there, where it's come unglued and popped back. Oh, it was just such a pain. Plus the fact they don't go together square, so you have to do a lot of filing and stuff like that. It's just, but I think it looks good, and some of the imperfections you can cover up with a bit of weathering and, you know, adding down pipes and that sort of thing to it. Yeah, that's just got the base coat on it now. I have to do the sort of detailing on it. But yeah, it's just, oh, a lot of swearing. Yes, Mark, you still have £8 in the kitty. Ooh. Tommy used to Motherwell. My parents set up a camping stove on their stove during a power cut. Forgot about it until they smelled melting plastic when the power came back on. Close call. We had a close call when the power came back on because our water is driven by, obviously, a pump to the upstairs. Somebody tried using the taps upstairs. Of course, it wouldn't work. Left them on. Power came on. I could hear water running. And it was on full blast. And it actually doesn't drain quick enough for the tap volume that's coming out of the taps. So I just got to it just in time before it started to overflow, or else I would have water coming down the stairs. So, note to self, check taps are off. Yeah, sponsored by Dr. Pepper, yeah. It's Platform 7A, cut my own hair, I'm that tight. Wait till you get it cut and there's an annoying dark amongst the masses of grey. Nice fucked, or it was, yeah. Not as Grace says, as an aqueduct. Oh, Lord Al's in the house. Good evening, Alan. How are you doing, sir? I'm saying hello to everyone. Practice for the viaduct on the club layout. Yeah, I had club night last Tuesday. We're just sorted out the baseboards. We've put dowels in them and everything to make sure they line up properly. It's just, hopefully now we'll get on the track lane. I was in the model shop yesterday when I got my hair cut. Hopefully the points and everything we need will be in next week. Probably not in time for Tuesday, but in next week. SJ TrainWorld, Simon, good evening. How you doing, sir? Some of you may have heard on Thursday's live, we rescued a little gerbil called Gabby, who's 10 months old. Oh, very good. Hi, Shedmouth. I'm really enjoying the scale. You know, N was too small and 00 too big, so happy days. Very good. I've lost enough hair, so paying someone to cut it would be a very inefficient expenditure. I've got a couple of pics for you. Oh, send them on and I'll show people. Oh, I think you did send them on. Bear with me a second. Oh wow, that office building looks... I presume it's alright if I show them, Alan? Where are we? There's Lord Al's office building. To make sure I swipe the right way, God knows what you might see. Ooh. I think that looks really good. Fair play, Alan. That looks the biz. Somebody's Monroe, John Hoy. I think if we hadn't so much 00, we would have gone TT. That HST looks great, Mark. Yeah, it's the full set. The one thing I noticed now with this Hornby HST is the wheels get dirty really quickly. And you'll notice probably the lights are off on the front. If it goes over a little bit of dead track or whatever, it doesn't stop, but the lights go out. And I find it's just, let's put the lights back on again. You have to constantly clean the wheels. They do get, and like none of my other locos pick up that much dirt, but that one does. I mean, it's got a shorter, I suppose, a shorter wheelbase, and it's only a Bobo instead of the other 37, which is a Coco. Stay tuned, Arc. After a 20-hour drive, including a ferry from France and a full day at Getz, I feel like a stuffed turkey ready to be served for Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, you made it to Getz, did you, Simon? Oh, was it good? Did you enjoy it? Andrew, it takes 6 hours to do my hair to try and hide the grey. Maura King, good evening, Maura. How you doing? Sidman Junction, Cornishbar, brilliant. It's going to be a long road as TT120 grows, but I'm convinced it's going to be well worth the wait. Really look forward to the Terriers coming through. Very good. Is the Pope Catholic? Very strange. Why would one loco pick up more dirt than the others? I don't know. I've had that before with some locos. Whatever it is about the wheels or whatever. And it's not as if there's any scenery or anything or ballast or anything on my track yet. It's quite plain and it's been vacuumed several times. So, and it's not a very dusty room, this. Yes, we have an open fire, but that hasn't been on since last year. So there's no dust coming off that. So. Some breeze on Holly. Haven't been 100% in the last few days. Had the flu jab Thursday, but starting to feel a bit better now. Oh. Well, hopefully it'll be worth it, John, that you won't get a dose over the winter. Mark, I enjoyed it very much. There was a lot of layouts and great stuff. Tomorrow is... Oh, you're going to Worley tomorrow? Wow. Worley is a good show, especially where they have it in the Narrow Gauge Museum. You could spend all day looking around the Narrow Gauge Museum, never mind all the layouts out there. And when I was there last year, I thought the people who were selling stuff were very reasonable, and there was a lot of bargains to be had. There was a lot of good quality second-hand stuff. Like I picked up a sound-fitted 37 for, I think it was 40 quid. Orange Bob, Shipmount Junction, Hornby have just realised some new wagons and buildings along with a BR Blue Class 37, so I've just pre-ordered that one. Oh, very good. AO16W and everyone else I've missed in the chat, please forgive me, fingers covered in Yoo-hoo makes it hard to type. You end up with the buttons stuck to your fingers. Yes, Summer Breeze, Monroe, John Holly. I've got the traditional sore arm. Mark, yeah, Worley tomorrow, and when I've done there, I head up to Holyhead. Wednesday, I go south to Swansea, and Monday next week, time to go home. Ah, so you're going to Holyhead. That makes sense now. I think I just figured something out. Certain channel having somebody. Yeah, I keep threatening to go down to Dublin and get the ferry across. Yes, I had the annual sore arm, Tom, and I feel tired and achy. We're getting better now. But I tell you what, I feel tired and achy today because it was actually dry here, and it's been dry for the past couple of days, so I was able to get out into the garden and do some clearing up and tidying up. Oh, why did that stop? Yeah. Round the side of the garage, there was a load of ivy climbing up, managed to get most of it ripped off, and spent about 3 hours out there. So, and then I broke my spade while I was shoveling some stuff, so of course then I had to finish it off with a broken shaft on the spade, which made my back even sore. So yeah, now I'm just relaxing, playing trains. Simon is a special guest. I could use some of that Yoo-hoo glue to fix the viaduct. Yeah. Well, the thing is, now that's popped off, I might be able to get at the brick arch and fix it into place. Tom, I always feel tired and achy. All right, come over on Tuesday. I wish I could. I had my flu jab, so as Leslie says, I had my flu jab on Thursday morning. Arm's still a bit sore, but yesterday was like bear with a sore head. Yeah, youngest now is getting the nasal vaccine in school. They're going around the schools now giving the flu jab, flu spray to the younger ones. Everyone's on. Good evening. How are you doing? Mark, do you need a massage? I could do with a massage under. I'm in pain, but that's because I dropped an oxygen bottle on my big toe. Oh, they are heavy. That's going to hurt. I've sore back too. Been using a 26-foot pole saw full extension. Oh. Yeah, I was cutting back some bushes today, clearing around the side of the shed, getting rid of ivy. The missus was out too, scraping off, using the leaf blower, tidying up. Yeah, it's just stuff you got to do this time of year and try and get the place tidied up. You know, while you can. I almost passed out, but it didn't stop me going to Worley. Oh, she's still poorly, is she? I'll wish her well, Brian. I hope she gets sorted soon. Yeah, I think the... I just watched that Intercity go around and just see, is it the point over there, you know, the point that's furthest away that I can't get at easily. No, I didn't stutter, but the rail bus has stopped. It does actually feel a bit cold in here this evening. But I think it's because I've been working all day, and you know, when you stop working and then you start to cool down. Following my previous post, Yoo-hoo fingers also make it hard to put your tea mug down. Thanks, Billish. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed out on Getz and Worley this year. I was sort of planning to come over and do one day in Worley and one day in Getz, but just finances wouldn't allow this year. We had too many big trips away as a family, and with having now 3 in university, yeah, it's money's a bit tight. This rate, I'm going to have to start doing an OnlyFans. I'm sure people would pay me to stay off it. Chris, Value 56. Good evening, Chris. How you doing? Oh. You know what? I am getting a bit cold. I'm just going to put the heater on in here a minute. As I know, if I get cold, then I... Alright, forgetting that. Oh, I feel like I'm getting the sniffles. Oh, Dove Junction Pete, I don't think I said hello to you, did I? I didn't spot you come in there, Pete, sorry. Yeah, my chat just took a big jump. I've had 2 hours in the tub, I have now invaded the bed. I need to cut my hair before the weather gets too much colder. So, anybody who's at the shows today, what bargains did you pick up? What did you buy yourself? What did you spend your pocket money on? And what's more, what have you bought that you're hiding from your other half? So you can see at the bottom right there, I've got all the greys, different shades of grey out for painting the stonework. I'm just going to go with different shades of greys because I was watching Charlie's when he done his, and of course, being Charlie, he made a much better job of putting his viaduct together than I did. But I didn't like the sort of dark browny colours he put on there. So I was just going to stick to different shades of grey and then a bit of a black wash to weather it in a bit. We'll see how it turns out. I reckon Pete got his wallet out more than once it gets today. Pete needs to buy a bigger car with all the bargains he was forced to buy. If I had the money, there was a Z21 for 90 quid. Oh. So I'm told Clive has bought more coal wagons. SJ, were you a bad influence on him or was it Andy? Yeah. Brian spent all his pocket money. Me too, and another 6. Spent 250 quid on US locos and rolling stock. Wow. Oh, it wasn't me, it was Sue. Oh dear. So anybody got any questions or anything they want to pop in the chat? Any of the lurkers there in the background, welcome to come into the chat and say hello. Have you got any questions? Anybody who might be new to the channel, this is my layout I'm building. It consists of 2 loops of 00 gauge track. There's going to be, the bottom left hand is there's going to be some sort of station there, and then you can see the 3-way point. That's going to go off to a TMD, and the other side there's another 3-way point which will go off to a little steam shed. Top right, where the trains are going over at the moment, that is going to be an embankment with a viaduct and a hill scene, and then you can see in the centre then there's a loop of 009 going around that's going to have Donegal rail cars going around on it. So it's all going to be blended in to make one scene. And it's, as with these things, it's taken me a lot longer to do than I thought it would, because life gets in the way of your model railway. Hey, how's your feet doing? Mine's buzzing. Junction. He's gone over the dark side of the USA stuff. We need to have a word with Sue, Pete. She can't keep buying you like this. Willow Creek Industrial Spur, good evening. How are you doing? Sorry if my coughing and throat clearing's a bit loud in the mic. Did anybody see Dean Park with the Bachmann announcement on the 47s the other day? He done, also the video before that, he done quite a nice interview with the Bachmann guys there, going over stuff and everything. I thought that was quite informative. As Brian says, click like and subscribe. Yeah, don't forget to give me the old thumbs up, guys, and subscribe if you're new here. Sir TrainWorld, it wasn't a bargain, but I bought a Mallard set with 4 coaches. Only problem is end gauge. Oh, very nice. Sorry, not saying much tonight. Busy building a platform underpass at the moment, so fingers are covered in glue. Yeah, you join Martin at Shedmouth. He's doing the same thing. Shedmouth Junction, Delft Junction, mate, honestly, I had every intention of going this year. Just couldn't raise the money to get there, really. Such a shame. I'm generally gutted not to make it. I still can't get the trains to run. Don't know what's wrong. Track power is going to it. I don't know, Maura. Because Maura is having problems with her. Can't get her layout going at the moment. And we had a video call the other day and had a look, and I couldn't figure out. She's got power going to the track, but the locos aren't moving now. This is DCC, so it's either something's gone wrong and all your locos chips have blown, or there's something wrong with your connection somewhere between the controller and the track. I know the power's going, but for whatever reason the signal mightn't be going down the power. So I would just go through all the wiring and just check it bit by bit by bit and see if you can see if there's something amiss, some little short or something like that. Cornish Bob, right. Oh, coffee and cake break finished. Back up to the loft, still listening in the background. Okay. It's on Facebook that Jenny Kirk is playing board games in her room with a bottle of beer. She's playing Spin the Bottle. Or have you tried on a spare length of track? I think she did try that, because I said that. Get a spare piece of track, connect it up to your controller, and see if you can control the trains on that. Because she has a Gauge Master, I think, and a Hornby Select. Or you could reset one of the locos to factory settings and see if that works. That's not a bad idea, John Holly. Yeah. Take one of the locos, CV8, set it to 8, which resets the chip to factory settings. Then, of course, it will be number 3. And just see if that works. Although I think she had a new one out of the box that hadn't been set up right, and that didn't work. Of course, Maura's at the other end of the country from me. She's down in Kerry. If she was anywhere closer, I'd go around and have a look. Oh. Paul says, Maura, have you got sound like it's the controller? Other than that, maybe a loose wire, perhaps. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that there's a loose wire somewhere or a little short or something going on somewhere, without going through and checking each bit of the wiring methodically. Did you see who won the layer of the... Was it announced today or is it announced tomorrow? At the winners. I've just seen that picture you sent through, Brian. Bargain hunter as always. Shame you and Maura couldn't do a car share to come to Getz. To be honest, it would be easier for her to fly from Kerry and for me to fly from either Knock or Derry, to be honest. Because Stansted's pretty close to Milton Keynes, isn't it? I think when I went to Getz before, I flew into Stansted. Or am I thinking of somewhere else? Or did I fly into Birmingham and drive down? I can't remember now. Oh, Charlie got it. Well, there's a surprise. There's a surprise I'll fix. An hour gauge thing looks like it would tip over any minute. That is a model of Railcar 4, which ran up into the mid-30s, I think it was. And it would have been petrol, not diesel. And it would carry about 20 people, I think. Yes, no movement with 3 different controllers. If the chances of 3 different controllers being duff, then it's got to be your chips. Or if you know someone else who's got a layout, you could take them on to it. Charlie should be banned from entering. Let someone else win. Luton, perhaps. Yes, it was Luton, Tom, actually. I remember now, because we flew in, and it was after that car park fire. And we seen the building just completely decimated, and people's cars still stuck in there on the upper floors. Sounds like the chips are fried, but not all of them unless they were on the track. Maura, if you don't know anyone around there, I don't know how easy it would be for you to box up your controller and maybe one of your locos that's not working and send it up to me, and then I can have a look at it and test it, if that's any help to you, Maura. I can message you my address and you can send it up, and then I can have a look at it and send it back down to you, but unless you can get someone around there. I mean, is there any guys in the sort of the Limerick Club or anything you're in contact with that could help out? You know, if you could box up your controller and power supply and everything, send it up to me and maybe one of the locos, then I could test it here and have a look at it. And if they come up here and they both work, I'll be like, well, I don't know what the problem is, Maura. I suppose, yeah, I think I'm thinking about having a sneaky weekend in Kerry, because I have relations down there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get down there before Christmas. It's going to be something daft, yeah. It probably is, yeah. Well, I'll send you my address, Maura, and if you want to box it up, send it up to me. I'll have a look at it for you, and then I'll see if there's any. Well, test the controller, some of my locos, test the loco on my layout, just see what happens. Hopefully, Brian, that's a cheaper option. Yeah, hopefully it is something. Yeah, Brian, you are Mr. DCC. Apparently, I'm the first who posted a non-US tank train on the Curly Express Challenge. Oh, a sneaky weekend with Maura. No, Brian. Oh, shed mouse run out of Yoo-hoo. Right, everything's still running over here? No. Why is that stopped there? Oh, said Brian, this is not RGJ. Yeah, I think those guys are working tonight, which is why we swapped streams. They're having their shift patterns changed and everything, so they're finding it difficult to do their regular Saturdays. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that Class 43, the 125 off, and I'm just going to have a look at the wheels. Yeah, they are quite grubby. They've got a line of dirt around them. So I'm going to give them a quick clean. What I'm going to do is sacrilegious. I know I'm going to put a Class 57 pulling that rake. Oh, I reckon this is going to... I reckon this is going to uncouple, because there all seems to be a slight, it's only about a millimetre difference in height between a Bachmann and a Hornby. Right, I think that is 5700. Acquire. Lights. Let's see how that goes while I'm cleaning the other one. I'll stand over to the side. Where's my cleaning stuff? Right. Sorry, just talk amongst yourselves while I'm over here chatting to myself. Oh. Cheap enough on Amazon. Hi Mark, speaking of posting, did you get the sputters? Yes, sorry Tom, yes I did get them. These are 3D printed spudgers that Tom did for me. Thank you very much, Tom. They've actually been used a couple of times already. Right, so what I'm doing is taking some electrical contact cleaner, spraying it into a little, well, this is actually a medicine measurer. Alright, let's give those wheels a clean. Clean the backs for the pickups. Yeah, there's an amazing amount of dirt on there. Like, look. Where are we? Look at that. That's just off one wheel. and I only cleaned it a couple of weeks ago. Oh yeah, I missed my regular Thursday last week because my daughter has purchased a house and she got her keys on the Wednesday. So the Thursday we were down there giving her a hand and having a good look around and see what needs doing to it. So that's why I wasn't on that Thursday. But yeah, she's got a house now. She'll be moving out, well, probably before Christmas. These wheels are filthy. You know, they're that dirty, you think, oh, that's got a traction tyre. Oh, no, that's not a traction tyre. Like, why does it get that dirty? What? And I'm just going to put it down on the track just to get the wheels to spin so I can do the other side. There. Yeah, these wheels are filthy. Sorry, I'll get back to the chat in a minute. There's probably somebody screaming something at me in the chat going, don't do that, do it this way. So just using the old cotton wool buds and electrical contact cleaner. Right, we'll wait for that to come around and then I'll swap it back over. Let's have a quick look at the chat. Yeah, so Martin, is it worth resetting controller if it's a glitch maybe in the program mode so running on the main track? I think I tried that because I got more to switch it off for like 5 minutes, unplug it and plug it back in again. It didn't make any difference. I'll just get some Right, I should be back. I didn't even notice that was going flat. I checked it before the stream and it showed like it had a full charge. So I'll put that back on charge now. Lucky I had the other one charging, ready to go. Right, I presume everyone can hear me. How long have I been rabbiting on there? So anyway, I was saying, Flymo, welcome to the stream. I hope you're keeping well. And then I've seen that you've got a fuzzy head and a cold, so obviously not so good. Mike's out of battery, and that was sound. Okay, no sound. Evening, Mark. Stanhover Model Railway, Captain Static. Mark, good evening. How are you doing, sir? So I thought I got deaf. Muted. Everyone saying hello to everyone. Someone lend me a hearing aid. What did Pete say? I don't think so, Ivo. Amateur, good evening, Maura. Well, calm day on the island there. Need a bob in the meter. Sound. Star Monroe, hi John Holly. I've almost got rid of my cold now, but Sarah's now possibly coming down with it instead. Oh dear, that's not nice. Maura, do you have an instruction book? Amateur, 5x5 Mark. Right, I'm back. Battery charge indicator tell lies, yeah. The Raman team urged to give him new batteries. I thought at first it was my laptop, so I turned it up, then Mark changed the battery and I'm actually deaf. Mars only stopped working, it's been like a while. I stand over. Brian of Scott. Yeah, from what I've seen, she had Gauge Master, Prodigy, and Hornby Select. Ooh. Right. Caught up with the chat there. Oh, we're doing 9 o'clock now. I'll keep going for another little while. I've run out of Dr. Pepper, so we're moving on to the bar American cream soda. Oh, a satisfying crack of the can. I do like that cream soda. Has to be cold though from the fridge, which that was an hour ago. So Morris says, been like it for a couple of weeks. Both controllers doing the same, even on spare bit track. Sponsored by cream soda. It sounds like an emergency. Deployed to Ramen team hosting Dr. Pepper. For some reason, Andrew, your comment there, Mark, my mum loves a bottle of cream soda. YouTube decided to hide that for review. So I'm not sure what YouTube thinks you were saying. I don't know. I wonder if one of the bus wires got mixed up putting on. Well, it worked and then it stopped working. So it's not as if anybody's been messing with the wiring. Now I know Maura said she had some people in the attic doing the installation. Now it could be that when they were doing the installation they knocked something. Quiet night online here. Everyone at Getz or Worley shows. Yeah, there was a good few people at Getz. I was expecting it to be a bit quiet tonight, Flymo, because everyone will be tired back in their hotel rooms or travelling home from Getz or Worley today. Nothing Scottish. Moneybrook Junction, good evening. Just got back up to deliveries, just sat down with a cuppa and tuned in. You're very welcome, guys. Nice to share people in the attic. Oh, Mark's on the lem sip. Oh, I haven't had a lem sip in ages. Oh, Pete's just letting you know there, Flamo, he's at Getz. I prefer that to Coca-Cola for ice cream floats. We refer to that as a brown cow over here. If you get Coca-Cola and mix it with vanilla, it's ice cream, Coca-Cola ice cream float, which is a brown cow. Maura might remember this. Do you remember that program that used to be on Saturday morning called Anything Goes with, what's her name, Mary whatever? She'd done it one morning with different stuff to make floats. Everyone's saying hello to Mark and Lisa. A dying cow, that's a sick thing to call. A brown cow. Not a dying cow, a brown as in the colour. Oh, Woodgate Junction's in as well. Sorry, I almost missed that. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. See now that after I cleaned those wheels, that class 43 is going around fine now, and the lights haven't gone off yet. It's gone around a couple of times, well, a good few times now since I cleaned it. I just noticed with those, with the power car and the dummy car, they got pickups on all the wheels, but the wheels seem to get really dirty really quickly, and it doesn't matter which track it's on, whether it's on the inner or outer track. You know, they have to be cleaned every couple of weeks. And the first telltale sign that they need cleaning is that the lights don't stay on. Oh, sorry. I might need hearing aids as well. Shit, maybe we can get a discount. Dangerous bacon, anyone? There must be a 2-for-1 deal out there somewhere. Oh, dear. So you were at Worley as well, were you, Christopher? Please, no chippy chat. Model rail baseboards in Ireland no longer in business. Yeah, your man who ran that, I believe he's not very well at the moment. So I've heard. I don't know how true that is or not. I know he stopped doing it. Please, no chippy chat. Well, I haven't had anything to eat this evening before I came on the street. Well, I had a bit of barmbrack, which is a traditional fruit loaf type thing we have here around Halloween. Usually there's a ring hidden in it. So you'd be careful when you're eating it that you don't chomp down on a little brass ring. Yeah, I had, my daughter made me chicken baguettes earlier on, chicken with some bacon and a bit of cheese, really nice. No worries, but everything was fine before the installation went in. I think it was, from when I spoke to her during the week. Yes, indeed, I'm really looking forward to today. Oh, you're going back again tomorrow? Paul, Andrew, I had a Chinese, not a chippy. We actually had a Chinese the other night, and it was, for whatever reason, we had our tea and everything like that. But then about 11 o'clock, everyone in the house is absolutely starving. And of course, because the freezers are empty because of the storm, nothing's been restocked properly yet. So about 11 o'clock at night, we went out and got a Chinese, and we were sat there coming up to midnight eating a Chinese. TrainWorld, I got a KFC tonight. Very convenient when the food at the hotel cost like £1 billion. Yeah, great idea. Just put a pepperoni pizza in. I do like a pepperoni pizza. Well, Brian had fish and chips and scampi. Oh, that's something I've had for ages. What we call a craic dumpling. Yeah. Yes, Brian. Layout was totally covered by a couple of layers of protection. All the wiring is under the boards. Yep, and brought nothing. Really? Sarah and I had Chinese chicken, green beans, and slightly spiced wedges for dinner tonight. Very nice. Last Saturday, chippy so I had. Was the storm bad, Mark? As I was saying at the beginning of the stream, it was wet and windy here on the Thursday because there was a low coming in before the main storm. So it was wet and windy here. Supposed to be under an orange weather warning in the morning. And then sort of with that morning, then the Friday morning, they said, oh, it's going to be red because it's coming closer to shore than we thought. Donegal was under red. Mad panic then to go and get kids from schools and everything, because when there's a red warning, public transport shuts down. So there was no transport, no school buses. So to get everyone home, the power actually went off before the red warning hit. And then it was off for 2.5 days. We had no power. I was going to try and do a stream on the Saturday because I didn't do it on the Thursday. I was going to try and get on before Brian done his stream at 8, but I was sat here in darkness watching Brian's stream. So yeah, that was, and as a result of that, we lost all our food in our freezers. It had to be all chucked out on Monday. So yeah, it was quite bad. I think it was worse than the storm we had before. A couple of trees down around near me, no damage around the house, but yeah, just without power for almost 3 days. Right, more. You're going to have to check all your wiring to see if you have been pinched together with staples or like, yeah. As a wire come loose if they knocked on anything more, yeah. See, that's what I was thinking as well, guys, is that when they were doing it, they might have knocked wire or something has come out. Chris Valley says, I'm halfway through a meat feast 19-inch pizza and just a minute to feed. Time for a cider. Craic dumpling is also called a fruit pudding. All right. Apparently it's $7.50 a pint at the bar in Getz. $7.50 a pint. I mean, how much is a pint, say, I don't know, a pint of Guinness in the UK now? If you went into a pub, how much is a pint of Guinness? Haggis for an iron brew. I'm still thinking of Mark's 2 days of bacon and eggs. I wonder if I could throw the main switches off until Mrs. Shedmouth is a huge power cut and the Mark has a great idea how to survive it. Oh, RG trains are in the house. Here, about half here, 14 hours today, sorting food for tomorrow, and 6 start again in the morning. Poor Rob's got to get up and take me in. Oh, that's nasty. 14-hour day. Yeah, Pete, we're all okay here. There was no damage. It was just an inconvenience, but you know, it doesn't bother me being without power because I know the SBE guys are out there working like Trojans trying to get everyone back on, and they had, like, we can go on to the power check map whenever there's power cuts. The whole country was just full of power cuts, and you just know they were just working their asses off to try and get it fixed. And yeah, we had no power for almost 3 days, but hey, If that's the worst that happened, that's the worst that happened. Remember, be of good cheer, Mark. The sir has the ovens on, and we can expect an abundance of those cream jam puff pastries on Tuesday. Whee! And to put your good lady on notice in case you heat them all. Yeah. Brian, who's a fellow club member and model railway person in Donegal, his wife is a fantastic baker. I mean, she just, the stuff she bakes is just amazing. And with only 9%, I think by the time I gave up on your stream, I was down to about 3%. And all my battery packs had run out at that point. Yeah, I'd go with that, Mark. $7.50 a pint. Yeah, bloody hell, Lord. Oh, yeah. Haggis and iron brew. I bought my own Danish Christmas at $7.50 a pint. It's just stupid, yeah. We saw your message as the phone hit 3%. Ryan, all the wiring seems to be intact. I'll send the controller and loco to Mark. If it works for Mark, then something else is wrong. Hey Andrew, right, going back to sorting food, may miss comments. Yeah, you carry on, get your food ready, sort yourselves out, get to bed. You've got to be up early in the morning for another long day at the coalface. Will be chicken curry and fried rice for me tonight, homemade of course. Oh, very nice. I'm sure something is shorted. Yeah, I reckon there's something shorted out is what's causing the problem. If Maura sends the stuff up to me and it works for me, then we know then the controller and everything's fine. It's got to be something on the layout. The cheapest from Weatherspoons. Oh yeah, Weatherspoons. I remember those. Okay, I'm glad I don't drink. Yeah, to be fair, I don't actually drink much. I wouldn't be drinking much at $7.50 a pint anyway. I want to save the money for models. Has anything dropped on the layout that is causing a short? Stray fish plates. I did say that to Maura, and Maura said she went around it, checked it, vacuumed the layout and everything, so if there was anything you'd think it'd be picked up. It was a usual during cover, Mark, but haven't for some time. Feeling it, and possibly this bug is having a second wind. I'm still up on about 3 or 4 hours sleep last night, though. Oh, I don't know how you do it, guys. Do you have a DCC track tester, or even better, a voltmeter? Yeah, I asked these things. She didn't have a voltmeter to test. Yeah, what she was using is the little Gauge Master lights that you put in to the track. So that was showing that there was power all the way around the track, but of course it wouldn't show if it was at the right voltage, because they would probably just light up with a couple of volts anyway. The problem is I always struggle to sleep when I know I'm up early, hoping for more than last night. Nose is like a fountain again. Yeah, I find that when you know you've got to be up early in the morning, you don't sleep as well. I always find I sleep better on a Friday and Saturday night, because I know I don't have to get up to go to work and school run and everything like that. So you get a better night's sleep, and I wake up at the normal time anyway, but I feel a lot more refreshed. Although saying that, I did actually open one eye and go, I don't have to get up yet, and then when I did open my eyes, it was coming up to 10:30. I was like, oh, I better get up. She has Insulfrog points from what I've seen from when she showed me the video. The word that my daughter uses, going to spoons, yes. The only thing I can think of is the H7 has difficulty connecting with all the foil in the attic. Well, she's using the Gauge Master controller. She's not using the Bluetooth, I don't think. And from what I've seen, it's not foil insulation. It's the foam spray insulation that's been put in. So I'll send Maura my address. She can post them up to me. I'll have a look at them. And then I'll be able to say, oh, your controller's not working, or the loco's not working, or... How far do you live from Listowel, Maura? Scott would never seem to be able to sleep on a Sunday night. Always blamed it on having to work on a Monday, but since taking early retirement, it still continues. It's probably just become a habit. Okay, folks, I'm being summoned indoors by senior management. Great stream, Mark, and great to speak to everyone tonight. Take care, everyone. Okay, Martin, take care. Catch you again sometime when maybe next Saturday. When are you going to do another live, Martin? Oh, you're about an hour away, okay. Flymo Chamber 1, we're meant to go into Edinburgh next week, 19th of October, for a gig. I think I've mentioned it. Into the Hilton overnight and then home on the Monday. Yeah, I remember you saying something about that. Hope you sort it more out. So frustrating when things don't work. Can't see the reason. I think the biggest shock to the system is we're all, at least getting back home, 1, 2 a.m., now up at 3, hate earlies. Isn't there some legislation that you're supposed to have 12 hours rest between shifts? More, if you find the issue, please tell us what it is. Yeah, because we'd like to learn. Ryan, did you see any Metcalf kits at Worley? Only one trader had it at Getz, but not the Castle range. Didn't look, Simon, but I'm sure there was. Or says, will do, Brian. If you want the Castle kits, SJ, I can always get them and post them over to you. Being part of the European Union that we are, ourselves and Simon, we can post the stuff. I remember that and how we laughed, Mark. So we still need I hope so. We still need 2 curtain walls and 2 towers. I thought the same. We require 8 hours sleep a day. Everybody is different. I usually find 6 hours is enough for me. There is, but hospital an hour away and travel not included. Even with the trust, no people finish and have a job from there. Drive to home, technically 12 hours with the trust. Oh, yeah. Simon, you could try Rutland models on your way to Robin Grace's. Don't let the cat out of the bag, Brian. We don't know who that mystery guest is going to be. Mark, thanks for the offer. I will see if I can get them at Worley, but I'll hold you up. You should be able to get them at Worley, and if you're there for a couple of days, there's going to be a couple of other model shops around. I'm sure you're going to get them. Call it, guys. Thanks for the live, Mark. Stay safe. Okay, Pete, take care. Catch you again. but over 2 extra work on the hospital, so it makes a long day. Yeah, I can imagine. Right, oops. SJ, there was Metcalf kits at Worley, so there you go. Simon says, oh, Simon, how are you doing? Did you pop in earlier and say hello, or was that you just arriving? Right, Pete, best to Sue. I think the 12 hours between shifts was an EU directive, but of course we aren't in the EU now. Yes, but didn't all the laws stay the same until the government got around to changing them? Well, we couldn't say anything till he reached British soil. Wrote me out, I'm famous enough for shortbread. I swear I saw Brian at Worley. Thanks, buddy. Finally, wait, that was looking for other stuff. Just Sparkins. Oh, just arrived. Well, you're very welcome, Simon. How was Worley? Did you enjoy it? Did you get any bargains? Is there enough light coming through on the cameras? It's not too dark, is it? Because obviously now it's dark at 7 o'clock in the evening here. Don't have the light coming through the window anymore. I just thought it seemed a bit dark earlier on. Sam did well on the bargains. Oh yes, I got a bargain. Backman GW pannier for 28 quid. Simon couldn't have found any bargains. Brian had already been there with his vacuum. Yeah. Light's fine. Okay, thanks, guys. Did you have the weather at Worley, Brian, Simon? Get around the whole venue? Yeah, that's one thing about Worley, is because it's in different buildings. If it's a bit wet. Well, let's just check the charge on the old microphone in case that goes. Yeah, that's showing us still got almost full charge. Right, I'm going to keep going for another 6 minutes and I'm going to finish up at 9:30, guys. Cloudy, but the sub came out. Stupid phone. Yes, Simon, Andy let me in early too. Simon, Andy, Mark West Junction let me in early. Oh, did he? Snuck you in, did he? That's what I call VIP, Brian. Well, definitely going to try and get to Worley and Getz next year. Definitely going to do my best to get to Jason's show in Crewe next year. Oh, Cornish Bob's back. Okay, another coffee break. Just finished hard standing on my TMD weathering. Next, not tonight, she says. Oh, you've been summoned down from the loft and that's it. Worley was great. Heard Getz was busy today as you couldn't get to the layouts, but I'll be Getz tomorrow. It always seems to be with shows that the Sunday is the quieter day. And if you want to see around the train show, then Sunday's the best. And then if if there's some stock that the traders want to get rid of and don't want to load in the van, more chance of getting a bargain as well. As long as Brian hasn't been around there before you and cleared everything out. Oxford Diecast had another stream yesterday with a raffle. I won a car transporter lorry, a bin lorry, and bin men, and 2 surprise bags. Oh. Getz was busy until 3:30 or so, but making tracks was impossible to get to. Still here, in case I miss you heading off. Brian was too busy with his £1 wagons. I hope that I can afford to eat something while I'm at Getz tomorrow. I would just take a sandwich with you, Mark, because anytime I've been at those shows, it's like, you want a tenner for a pasty? Warley is so spread out, making it a comfortable day out. Yeah, I just think it's a great venue at Stafford Barn now, because you've got you get to go on a train ride. You get to see all that roundhouse they have with all the locos in them. That's just amazing. I just posted my effort on the Hornby TT120 group if anybody's interested. Oh, everyone go and have a look at that. There's a Greg's close to the station. I'm sneaking a Greg's in tomorrow. Oh, I love a cheeky Greg's. I like the cheese and onion pasty or the steak bake or the pepperoni pizza slice. What, a tenner for a pasty? Yeah, I think when I was at... it wasn't Getz. It must have been when the Warley show was the NEC, and it was like something like a tenner for a pasty. And I was like, what? But of course, I was starving and I was stuck. And I thought, well, I got to pay a tenner, haven't I? Yeah, this was quite a catch. The surprise bags are usually good. Yeah, I got the surprise bag when I was at, which show was it at? Must have been, was it Warley last year? But it was like a 20 quid bag, and it was like over 100 quid's worth of stuff in it. Apparently on Flea Bay, somebody is selling a Hornby A4, buy it now price over 700 quid. They gotta be joking. Stan, I would just go behind the stadium and get, that's right, yes, there's a McDonald's behind there. Food and drinks expensive. I took a pot noodle and hot water in a flask. Well, that's not a bad idea. I would, Mark, but I don't want to be carrying around loads of stuff. Just get a small backpack, not one of the huge backpacks that you have on your back, so every time you turn around you take somebody out of it, which I might have done on here. But to be fair, I was travelling, so it was like had clothes and everything in it. Yeah, a small backpack, and just. And what's good is if you're at a show and you know one of the people with the layouts, sometimes if you talk nicely to them, you can stuff your stuff under their layout while you look around. Can you get re-entry? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you get a re-entry because you got your ticket, or they stamp your hand or something, so you can just pop out. Unless they've changed the rules now, but because I'm sure when I was at Getz, it wasn't last year, it was the year before that. That must be a mistake, Leslie, unless it's one of the rare A4s. Asda breakfast is good. Yeah, I had an Asda breakfast. Oh, must be over a month ago. It is, but sadly I can't get an Asda breakfast anymore. It's now a Costa, or will be. Oh! Yesterday, Chairman Stunner, yes sir, I went outside maybe 15 times today, no stamps or anything, just make sure the officials see you go out. No idea, was shown the ad by a lad in the club this afternoon, no. Just realised I'm still wearing my wristband. Train's still going around, yes. Is that, has it still got the lights on? Yes, still has the lights on. So I cleaned it with the electrical cleaner, so I'm going to see if that makes any difference now, whether it stays clean or not. Maura King, during the Oxford stream yesterday, they packed the bags live, so you were able to see what was in the mystery bags. So I spent 20 quid and win stuff worth 120. Very good. Oh, SJ TrainWorld's off. Okay, Simon, take care. In fact, I said I was finishing at 9:30, and now it's gone 9:30 now, so I'm going to finish up now, guys. Because I want to finish up. Maybe get a hot water bottle for my back because it's a bit achy from today. And have an early-ish night, I think, maybe. So hopefully normal service will resume. I'll be back on Thursday. As I say, apologies, no video out this week or last week, purely down to Storm Amy. I lost sort of 4 days, almost 5 days because of that. I'm just way behind with everything. So hopefully stream will be back Thursday next week, and a video this day week, hopefully, on the viaduct, which anybody who's just joined, I'll just show you. There, it's got to be painted up. The video will be on this and the disaster that it is. So I'm going to say goodnight, guys. Thanks for tuning in. It's great chatting to you guys. And I will see you all Thursday, hopefully. So I'm going to bring the stream to an end now. It was a pleasure having you in, as always, guys. So take care, everyone. And I will catch you next Thursday. Bye, all.